Okay, let's dive right in. If you're running an independent auto shop, you know the struggle. Finding good techs, keeping good techs. It feels relentless sometimes.
It really does. It's a constant pressure cooker, isn't it? Trying to find skilled people in such a tight market. Smaller shops feel that squeeze maybe more than anyone.
Exactly. You're wondering how you can possibly compete. So we've been looking into a strategy that, well, it might just help level that playing field. It sounds simple, maybe too simple. Mentorship.
Mentorship. And you're right, people often think, oh, that's for big companies with HR teams.
Right. But what if it's not like that? We've been looking at insights from Jess Recruiting. They work directly with repair shops on finding and keeping talent.
Yeah, Jess Recruiting, they're really in the trenches, seeing what works day to day. They've got a practical handle on this stuff.
They really do. And they're seeing mentorship make a real difference. So that's our mission today. Really unpack how mentorship can work for independent shops. Not just attracting people, but, growing the talent you already have.
Building that loyalty, that strong team. And importantly, how you can actually start a simple program without it becoming this huge, complicated thing.
Exactly. So why does this even matter for an independent shop? What does mentorship actually look like on the ground?
Well, Just Recruiting really stresses it doesn't need to be super formal. Forget the corporate red tape.
So no big binders and endless meetings.
Hopefully not. I mean, it can be as straightforward as pairing an experienced tech with a newer one, showing them the ropes, passing down that hard-won knowledge.
Okay, like a direct transfer of skills.
Yeah.
And the benefits. Just Recruiting seems pretty clear on those.
Oh, definitely. Faster training, for one, which is huge, right? Getting people up to speed effectively without totally derailing your senior guys.
That's a big one. You don't want to pull your best tech off paying jobs for hours just to train someone.
Exactly. Mentorship, done right, integrates into the workflow. The senior tech guides the newer one while they're working. It's efficient, real-time learning.
Makes sense. And it's not just faster, it's probably better learning, too. Those little tricks of the trade.
Precisely. The stuff that's not in the manual, that practical wisdom. Plus, Just Recruiting points out it builds serious loyalty when you invest in someone like that.
It sends a message.
Yeah.
Like, we see a future for you here.
Exactly. They feel valued, invested in, much more likely to stay. It tackles that retention problem head on.
And I imagine it helps the whole team vibe, too.
Yeah, definitely builds a stronger culture, more collaboration, better morale when people feel supported. Charles Gosman over at Just Recruiting summed it up nicely.
Oh, yeah. What do you say?
He said, mentorship is one of the most powerful tools a small shop has. It helps you train, grow, and keep good people without breaking the bank.
Without breaking the bank.
Yeah.
That's key for independent owners. High impact, low cost. I like it.
It really nails it, addresses training, retention, team building, all at once. So let's talk about that learn by doing piece Jess Recruiting highlights. How does that play out?
Well, they point out that techs, especially younger ones, want to be hands-on, right?
Yeah.
They want to be turning wrenches, solving real problems.
Yeah, theory is one thing, but actually doing it is another.
Exactly. So mentorship gives them that. The experienced tech is right there, showing them how to use the scan tool on this specific car, walking them through that tricky repair, sharing those best practices for speed and safety.
That immediate feedback loop is so crucial. You see it, you do it with guidance, you ask questions right then and there. It sticks much better than just reading about it.
Totally. It's a world away from some generic classroom training that feels disconnected from the actual shop floor. The learning is relevant right now.
Makes perfect sense.
And Jess Recruiting has a practical tip to get started, doesn't it? Something about starting small.
Yeah, the pro tip, just pair them up on 1 or 2 jobs a week initially. Keep it manageable. Don't try to boil the ocean on day one.
Right. Let them find their rhythm, see how it works without overwhelming anyone. Smart.
It lets you ease into it, see the benefits, maybe tweak the process as you go.
Okay, so that hands-on learning builds skills fast. And that links back to building loyalty, which you mentioned earlier. Jess Recruiting really emphasizes that connection.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling of support, of being invested in, that directly impacts whether newer folks stick around. It's that clear signal, we're backing you, we want you to succeed here.
You can't really put a price tag on that feeling, can you? Especially now when people have options.
You really can't. Younger generations especially, they're looking for growth, for development, for feeling like they belong. Mentorship hits all those points. It builds commitment.
And it's good for the experienced techs too, right?
Yeah.
Jess Recruiting mentioned that. It's not just the mentee who benefits.
That's such an important angle. Teaching someone forces you to really think through what you know, to articulate it clearly. It actually sharpens your own skills.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that.
Yeah, and it develops leadership qualities. Suddenly, your senior tech isn't just a great mechanic, they're starting to guide and lead others. That's invaluable for the shop's future.
So it's like you're building your future leaders from within.
Basically, yes. An investment in them is an investment in the whole shop's capability down the line.
Okay, but what about career paths? Indie shops don't usually have those formal corporate ladders. That's sometimes a concern.
That's a fair point. But Jess though. Recruiting argues that independent shops offer something different, maybe even better: real responsibility, genuine growth, respect, not just climbing titles.
So it's a different kind of progression.
Exactly. And mentorship helps people see that progression. It might not be senior tech level 3, but it could be mastering complex diagnostics, becoming the go-to electrical expert, maybe even taking on shop management duties eventually.
So mentorship makes those internal possibilities more visible, more real.
Precisely. It illuminates the path forward within that specific shop environment.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but let's get practical. For a shop owner listening, thinking, all right, I'm interested, but how do I actually start this? What's the first step, according to Jess Recruiting?
They break it down really nicely. Step 1, pick the right mentor. And it's not just about who's been there the longest.
Right, skills matter, but what else?
Patience, good communication, someone who actually takes pride in their work and, crucially, wants to share what they know. Enthusiasm counts for a lot.
Yeah, you need someone who enjoys explaining things, not someone who gets frustrated easily. Okay, so you found your mentor. What's next?
Set clear expectations. What should the mentee actually learn or get better at in, say, the next 30 or 60 days? Define some achievable goals.
Okay, so it's focused, not just hang out and learn stuff.
Right. Goals give it direction. Then, step 3, give them time. As the recruiting suggests, starting small, maybe just an hour or 2 a week dedicated to it.
Just an hour or 2, that sounds doable.
Yeah, specifically for hands-on teaching or shadowing or even just talking through a problem. Keep it manageable so it actually happens.
Makes sense. Then what?
Track progress. Quick weekly check-ins. Doesn't have to be formal. Just, hey, how'd it go this week? What did you work on? Any roadblocks?
Okay, keeping tabs on it, making sure it's working.
Exactly. And the last piece they highlight: recognize effort. Celebrate the wins, even the small ones. A little positive reinforcement goes a long way.
Yeah, keeps motivation up for both of them. Validates the mentor's effort too.
For sure. And, if a shop owner feels like, this is great, but I could use some help setting it up, Jess Recruiting actually does that. They help shops build these systems.
Oh, so they can help tailor it to your specific shop, your workflow, your team.
Yeah, exactly. Because every shop is a bit different. They can help design something that fits just right, avoid common mistakes.
That's really valuable. Having that expert guidance could make a big difference in making it stick.
Definitely increases the odds of success and sustainability.
Okay, so let's sort of pull this all together. The big picture from Jess Recruiting seems to be independent shops can compete. It's not just about throwing money at the problem.
Not at all. It's about offering value beyond the paycheck. Real learning opportunities, being part of a solid team, seeing a path for growth. Mentorship is like the engine driving all of that.
Right. It helps you build that skilled, loyal team you need, a team that's ready for whatever comes next.
Precisely. You're cultivating your competitive edge from the inside out, building a culture that attracts and keeps good people.
And for owners struggling with staffing, Jess, Recruiting is positioned specifically to help with this, right? They understand the auto repair world.
Yeah, that's their whole focus. Small and mid-sized shops, whether it's a full apprenticeship or a simpler mentorship setup like we've been discussing, they get the industry's unique needs.
They understand the skills, the market challenges, what makes techs tick.
Exactly. That industry-specific knowledge is key.
So if listeners want to explore this for their own shop, maybe get some help from Jess Recruiting. How do they do that?
Easy enough. Their website is www.jessrecruiting.com. That's JESSrecruiting.com. Or just email them, contact@jessrecruiting.com.
Okay, great. We'll make sure that info is available. They seem really focused on making those connections, good techs with good shops, building those strong teams.
That's the goal. So wrapping up, the takeaway is pretty clear, isn't it? Mentorship isn't just some nice-to-have HR thing.
No, it sounds like a really practical, powerful strategy for indie shops. Build skills, build loyalty, build a future.
Couldn't have said it better. And help is out there, like from Jess Recruiting, if you need a hand getting started.
It really leaves you with a question, doesn't it? For every shop owner listening, What if the key to solving your staffing headaches isn't just out there somewhere, waiting to be hired? What if a big part of the answer is already working in your shop right now, just waiting for that guidance, that investment, that chance to grow? What could that unlock for your business? Definitely something to think about.